how's everything going with you?
Very good, very good.
And the second season of Aashram is about to release shortly on 11th of November. So, and I mean, from what I could see, it looks very intriguing, and it has the narrative or the tagline of the dark side. So, what new developments in terms of narrative can we expect in the second season?
So basically, जैसे कि chapter 1 में, I feel it was all it was setting the plot. It was setting up every character and setting up the narrative and setting up okay, this character belongs to this universe, or basically it was setting up the plot, for the audience. And chapter 2 will basically have more of the action taking place, more of people, taking action to ensure कि सब लोगों को बाबा की जो सच्चाई है एक तरीके से वो पता चले. So in that sense, it'll be different. I guess it'll be more fast-paced because there's more, action happening. So yeah, that is the difference. But I'm sure it'll be as enjoyable as chapter 1 of Aashram.
And since you mentioned that, in the first season it was about setting the plot and giving a box to every character. If I talk about your character, what new space or the territories we would see your character venturing into?
Thank you for asking that. So I think, like Akif, my character, he's a journalist. He stands for what is right. He stands for justice. He is the kind of guy who will not be afraid of speaking the truth, despite probably his life being in danger. वो खड़ा रहेगा सच्चाई के साथ एक तरीके से. वो बड़ा मतलब ethical और man of integrity है. Chapter 2 में basically you'll probably see Akki enter the ashram and then try to figure out कि exactly हो क्या रहा है, लोगों के साथ आश्रम में होता क्या है, and possibly you will see him try and fight for the right and justice inside the ashram. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And from what I've gauged from the trailer, there are far more pronounced shades of politics, substance abuse, and also, of course, the blind faith. शो से बाहर निकल के अगर हम देखें असल दुनिया में, तो ये तीनों ही अपने आप में खुद स्टैंड अलोन वे में काफी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. And of course, they all involve, power, the addiction of power, be it in politics or the addiction of blind faith, and of course, with the case of substance abuse, the case is pretty obvious. On the other hand, it also involves punching down the oppressed, be it in politics or in blind faith or in the substance abuse. So, जब ये तीनों चीजें, तीनों problems साथ में मिलके आती हैं, in what ways do these problems collectively harm the intellect of a civil society, in your opinion?
Oh, wow, so. Like you said, addiction to, I think everything starts in life. All I think issues start in life, in human beings, when we start craving more than what we have, right? As in, we are not happy being ourselves, so we want more. And it just so happens that we've been conditioned in a society to want more, right? Like, अगर आपके पास एक गाड़ी है, नहीं, दो गाड़ी होनी चाहिए. आपके पास एक घर है, नहीं, दो घर होने चाहिए. Similarly, so on and so forth. Oh, you're well, this famous, you should be more famous. You've got this much money, you should be. So the thing is, so it is an inbuilt thing in society only to want more. And now it just so happens that the true spiritual leaders, though actually में जैसे गौतम बुद्ध थे, and there are many more in the history of humanity, they advocated leaving everything, right, to find yourself. So until we correct the fact in society कि भैया ज़्यादा पाने से आप अपने आप को नहीं पाओगे, you'll lose yourself more and more in the world of illusion and maya. If we do not correct that as a society, then we cannot correct all these things you pointed out. They're not individual problems. They arise from the very basic problem of a human being, which has been ingrained by society. Ki you can only be yourself bigger when you have more of everything, which is not true. And that's what the true spiritual masters teach you. And unfortunately, the con mans, the babas who pretend to be spiritual masters, they obviously वो खुद के लिए ही अपने लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हर चीज में वो करते हैं. So that is a difference. So that's answering your question.
And before pursuing acting, you were working as a wealth advisor with Edelweiss Broking. And I believe your job was to persuade the clients to take up different investment projects that the company offered. Please correct me if I'm wrong somewhere here.
No. Your wealth advisor, yes, full on, right? Yes.
So I would want to know that what the learnings that you acquired from that job, while working as a wealth advisor, how did it help you break in the industry in terms of, be it communication or persuading people? If you could give me a brief gist about it.
Yeah, thank you. So I think as a human being, jitna aapka growth hota as a human being, you grow as much as an actor, right? And when I was working at the investment bank, us samay I didn't. In the first 2 months, though, I never thought of becoming an actor. I don't know. Ek hota hai na gut feeling, intuition, impulse. Possibly that started coming in the third, fourth month of of working there, and it was then I started to think, chalo, maybe something is pointing me towards acting, so might as well take the plunge without knowing anybody in the field. So coming to the question, it's very simple. Like when you're talking to a person, for instance, and you're talking to them, and you want them to invest large sums of money in your products, they can only do that if they trust you, right? Now, how does one trust somebody else who the person doesn't know at all? Like you can trust your family because, well, वो आपके साथ ही, you know them very well. But how does somebody trust a complete stranger, right? With large sums of money. So I think that only comes when you form a genuine human connect with them. That's it. I mean, obviously the product has to be extremely good for them to invest. उनको देखना चाहिए कि भाई profits होंगे, हमारा पैसा grow करेगा. But ultimately it is a human connection. And I think and I think I said that in my interview as well. To get the job at the investment bank, my boss, he asked me the question. I said, I think this would be my big strength ek tarike se, because ultimately a human to human connect is very important. Now coming to acting mein, what do? We play different characters. We step into people's shoes, right? Now you can only step into somebody's shoes when you empathize with them. You know why they do what they do, and why they take the decisions they take in life. So I think that connect is there, because only then can you portray somebody's needs and desires and wants correctly, only if you empathize with them, right? So ek tarike that connect was there. So that human connect, I think, is that everywhere, and I think that really helps a lot in any profession. And I mean, as agar humanity ko evolve karna hai ek अच्छे direction mein, so that is the most important thing, I feel.
And you have studied from Doon School, and then you are also a Stephanian, an economics honors degree from that college, and of course there's an MBA from Nasimundi Institute.
Yeah.
So despite having such a strong academic bent of mind and a secure career in the corporate sector, you decided to make a switch into the profession of acting, which is full of unpredictabilities and surprises. So that's the first sign of being an artist, to take huge risks. So that is one thing, but in India, we are in a system wherein we are very close to the family. Every small decision of ours or every small action not just affects us, but also them.
Yes.
So I would want to understand कि जब आपने ये decision लिया, to venture into the profession of acting, how did you make your way through it by convincing your family, and how did you sort of help them develop the faith and confidence you at every step?
So that's also a very interesting question. Yes, because like you said, I come from a very academic background, and my parents also very academic. But when that desire is so strong inside you to do something, and something creative and something constructive, and it's keeping you up at nights for days on end and months on end, then you have to follow it. You have to. And like I said, despite not knowing anybody in the film industry, not knowing how the system works, I just had to take that plunge, and I can't give an intellectual reasoning as to मैंने क्यों किया है, कैसे किया, but करना पड़ा. And yes, उसके consequences जो थे family में, my family, तो they were obviously very they were baffled. If to put it mildly, they were baffled कि भाई इतना तुमने पढ़ लिख लिया, what are you doing? And obviously family, well-wishers, relatives from all across the world, and it's fine. मतलब उस समय मुझे लग रहा था कि why can't they understand where my desire is coming from, or my but now I understand. I mean, actually now, for the past few years, I have understood where it came from. Obviously, the family wants the best for you, and they obviously, like you said, they understand कि इतना insecure है, इतना unpredictable है, इतना surprises है. so they only want the best for you. तो वो जाहिर सी बात है, वो गुस्सा करेंगे ना आप पे कि वो देख रहे हैं कि भाई लड़का हमारा इतना पढ़ लिख के जा रहा है ऐसी फील्ड में जिसको भाई नोज नोबडी. बट आई एम ग्रेटफुल कि इतना इतना उनकी तरफ से दे वर अगेंस्ट इट, बिकॉज दैट जस्ट शोज कि जो मेरा the impulse and the will to do something on my own, that was strong enough. Otherwise, if I didn't want to, if my desire to become an actor was very wishy washy, तो इतने backlash एक तरीके से from my parents and well wishers के बाद I probably would have been वो ठीक कह रहे हैं, छोड़ दो ये सब. पर जो वो impulse है वो बहुत अब मैं कैसे I don't want to make it metaphysical, but it comes from a very deep place within you, and you don't know where it's coming from. So it was damn strong. So एक तरीके से I'm happy that they were against the decision. एक तरीके से because like I said, जो मेरा intensity of desire था वो it just shows how it was a lot. And now they are the happiest people because now they see the work, they see people praising, they see relatives and friends, family friends talking nicely about it, and now they're happy. And I think that's probably सबका journey. In everybody's life journey, there are things like this. So I'm grateful that I had this. I got to learn a lot from it, and I got to evolve as a person.
St. Stephen's
and as an
economics honors degree. Does it still help you to sharpen the business acumen of the actor in you? Because commerce is important for any actor or for any art to sustain.
No, that is true. इसे तो show business कहते हैं.
जी.
So हाँ मतलब every now and then, whenever I have to take an a decision related to finance per se, it comes in handy. But ऐसा नहीं है कि like you said, whatever you gain in life, it's in your system somewhere, and whenever it's needed, it'll come out. एक तरीके से, that knowledge, that information. So I hope that eventually, let's say, when I have to take even greater financial decisions, my economics honors degree will come in handy. So, yeah.
Working with an acclaimed director like Prakash Jha sir, who has multiple national awards and accolades under his belt, how does it empower the actor in you? And what are some of those things that you have gathered from him as an artist and sort of accumulated in your system?
Yeah. So Prakash sir, firstly, he's very relaxed and very comfortable and very in the moment. And that is very important for an actor, to just be relaxed and in the moment. So unko dekhkar hi, because of his energy, you also get into that zone. Number one. Number two, even when he gives you direction also, it's not as if he wo bahut direction de rahe hain. Or whatever he tells you, the place where it comes from, unki energy se hi aap samajh jate hain ki exactly what he wants from you as an actor in that scene. So if you listen to him properly, if you listen to him correctly, then aap khud ba khud jo take kar rahe ho, you'll do it very organically and very truthfully. And thirdly, because I mean, the scale in Prakash sir's projects is tremendous. My first day of shoot, there were 200, 300 people on set. और मैं सोच रहा था कि भाई कैसे होगा यार ये, because there are so many people. How does one manage? But Prakash sir has that quality and that skill and the wisdom, and I guess he's just so cool and calm and collected that इतने प्यार से हो गया. जितने भी हमारे crowd scenes से बड़े प्यार से हुए. It was fantastic to watch him work, and I guess when one is grateful to work with such people because then you get to learn so much, So I'm very happy that I got a chance in this project.
And lastly, like you also, Shah Rukh Khan comes from a theatre background. He also has an economics honors degree, of course from the Hansraj College. It's a different college than yours, and we all know that how much of a powerful actor and a well-read person he is. But he said this thing once that despite knowing the craft in and out, there are just 5 expressions that he relies on, when it comes to commercial or mainstream cinema. So क्या आप इस बात से सहमत हैं कि commercial cinema एक तरीके से हमारे अंदर के actor को limit कर देता है?
नहीं, not at all. I mean, Shah Rukh Khan, he's both a great actor and a great star, right? And actually, I don't think कि commercial cinema एक actor को limit करता है. At least not nowadays. नहीं. I think आजकल, in my opinion, जो lines होती हैं commercial, independent art cinema में, I think बहुत blur हो गया. I think now everybody, because we are exposed to such great levels of cinema from all across the world, thanks to internet and thanks to the online streaming platforms, I think the audience also wants a good story. And हमारे experience में हमने देखा ही होगा पिछले 1-2 साल में, all films, all series with great stories, they do exceedingly well. So I think now audiences wants one thing कि हमें अच्छा content दे दो.
One question that OTT ने writers के लिए कई सारे नए opportunities खोल दिए हैं. But for an actor, when you make a switch, for example, in your case, you made a switch from theater to cinema, and now venturing into the OTT space. How does this change the dynamics of an actor? When one comes from cinema into the world of OTT or web series, for that matter.
It doesn't. I don't think if you ask me, for me, it doesn't really matter कि आप कौन सा platform कर रहे हैं. As long as for me, it is script, character, and director. And script is obviously written by the writer. And writer, like you said, thank you for mentioning, because agar writing अच्छी है, then you can do wonders with it. And my first play actually in Mumbai, my first big part in a play was in a play called Aadhe Adhure. It is written by Mohan Rakesh.
Yeah.
Lila Dubey ji, exactly. I was in that play with her. And it's written by Mohan Rakesh. और मैं आपको क्या बताऊं, the first time we had a reading of that play, Lila Dubey ji की drawing room में हम read कर रहे थे. पहली बार ही पढ़ा वो play एकदम कमरा एकदम, it was filled with that, that energy and vibration. And that's what great writing does. So I'm happy that OTT has also provided the opportunity for great writers, because तभी तो stories अच्छी आएंगी, तभी तो actor को भी अच्छे lines बोलने को मिलेगा, अच्छा universe को enter करने को मिलेगा. So that's it.
So I was saying that with that we have reached the end of this conversation. I would like to know कुछ ऐसा सवाल जो मुझसे पूछना रह गया हो या जिसके बारे में आप बात करना चाहते हो या जिसका जवाब देना चाहते हो. So please feel free to talk about it.
नहीं, आपने बहुत ही thoroughly questions पूछे, and I'm very, very happy for it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So on that note, thank you so much for talking to us, Rajeev. It was a pleasure having a conversation with you and having you on Bollywood Bubble.
Same here. It was my pleasure as well. Thank you.
I wish you all the best for Aashram 2 and all your upcoming projects. Please take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.